Hi, I hope y'all can hear me. I'm running late because I was having issues with my streaming devices, some technical difficulties and everything. How everybody doing? We all into Thursday, and the African Yoruba spirituality system is Shango Day, and it's actually Jupiter, in connection with Jupiter, which is the planet of expansion. We're gonna get right into it because I'm running late anyway. We're gonna talk about my actual conversation a few years ago with Dehaven Irby. One second, hold on. I got these. I'm back. I got these earphones on, so I hope my volume is coming through. I'm trying to share this. I apologize, y'all. I know I had some people waiting, and excuse me, I had to leave for a second. What I got going on? Yeah, but I just want to get right into it and talk about. I met him through my older brother. I'm the baby of my mother's two children, and we live in. I'm not gonna tell nobody exactly where I live at. Um, but we stay in the South, and it's a small town. But I have been fortunate and blessed to, do a lot of traveling. But a lot of the people that we met were in this area. A lot of the celebrities, but I met him through my brother. My brother was doing some projects with Jay-Z and some other, you know, big names as far as celebrities. So I kind of follow in my brother's footsteps as far as the entertainment business, published author, writing, music. I even had music, on the radios, performing for several artists. I had a project back in 2005, so brand new project. And my first song I actually wrote in my in my kitchen, wrote it myself, arranged it and everything. I sampled a beat and I decided that I was going to use the beat, but I'm not going to get into all of that. But yeah, writing and different stuff. Like I draw, I'm thankful for my gifts. Sometimes you have to learn how to master them when you have so many different talents and stuff. It can be a blessing, but it can also be a curse because you can actually you know actually, if you're not focused and balanced, you can be tossed here and there, and never finishing. It can be it's a light and dark side of everything. It's a like good and bad balance. You got to have balance. You got to stay in between because a lot of people would say, "Oh, that's so beautiful that you have." I hate to see this word. You have all these gifts, but I have to be balanced because I'll be not. You won't accomplish if you're not careful. You won't accomplish things. You'll just be not finishing things up and doing this and doing that, just all over the place. And with the error in my chart and all that, you will be like just doing a whole lot of something, but it's something, but it's not actually, it cannot actually amount if you're not focused. But I have actually learned to focus and balance myself where I actually, can accomplish things. Even though I'm a multitasker, I try to finish things and stick with it. And if even if I'm not doing one thing at a time, I try to work on this and work on that and complete things. As I got more spiritually balanced and mature and able to know myself and to know my strength and my weaknesses. But we talking about Dehaven. We're gonna talk about abandonment. In my article that I wrote, I'm gonna have to link it, or if I can't link it because this computer is for some reason it's not letting me paste, and I don't. It's like probably like 1,000 words close to it, and I wrote that in no time. But actually, I had to go back and proofread it and stuff. So, I used to didn't even do that sometimes unless it was like a college paper. But I'm like, with my own stuff, I have to be, very detailed and proofreading it and everything like that, which, I like doing it sometimes. Sometimes, you can get lazy. But what I want to talk about is when I met him and everything, we talked for a very long time. Um, and he was telling me his story. He was telling me about how he grew up with Jay-Z and how that was his brother. A lot of times we think the only time we can be brothers is with someone or sisters or family is with blood, but when you grow up with a person and spend years around them and y'all go through certain things, what's going on? You consider people as your family member or whatever. You consider them as your brother, your sister, or whatever. So it's nothing wrong with that. To consider people as your family, spiritual family or whatever, even if it's not, if it's that kind of vibe and connection. But he was telling me how he held them down. They grew up together. I'm talking about from childhood in New York or whatever, Brooklyn, the Bronx, Marcy, and all that. Because shout out to him. He just did his documentary, Marcy Made. It came out on the 20th. And I'm so proud of him. I'm so proud of his progress. I'm so proud of his healing. I see the healing process he went through. And I see that we as a collective are rising in love, unconditional love and healing and balance and everything. We're learning as we go along. And I'm gonna get into that too. But actually, my heart really went out to him when he was telling me about how he was actually left in prison after he had held him down, and a lot of the reasons why Jay-Z is where he is because of this man. Like he really was out there in the streets, really putting things, making the money and financing everything. He might have been doing some illegal things, but at the same time, sometimes people can do bad. I ain't saying it's right, and I'm not saying it's legal, but sometimes people can do bad things, but they can take that money and do good things with it. He helped this man and held him down. He never thought he would betray him like that. And he was like the godfather of Dehaven's daughter, from my understanding. But we were supposed to actually connect some more after that. I know he was promoting that book, and I know at that time he was really bitter. He was really angry. I mean, I understand. I totally understand the anger, the bitterness, the hurt, because first he probably went through denial of, I know this dude ain't doing me. You know how we say, I know this ninja ain't doing me like this. Like, why? Like, what reason would somebody do me? I thought I showed them love and been sincere. Why would they do me like this? So I know he was bitter, and I understand that. And I felt this pain. He was heartbroken. He felt, alone. And, a lot of times when people slip like that and they don't have no support, you really, fall really low, really, really fall between the cracks and stuff like that. When you gave your energy to people and held them down and they don't return it, you don't have nothing to stand on, not even a crutch a lot of times. So um that's why I wrote my article. The name of it and the hashtag on here is "Throw It in the Trash Can." A lot of times, people will abandon people, betray them, throw them in the trash. Actually, literally throw them in the trash can. Um, I've been through similar situations. I never, had somebody. So I've been in situations similar where I've been not in prison. Um, I've been behind bars, and I had people that I have actually gotten out of jail. They actually turned their backs on me when I was in there and just was like, ain't nothing they can do when they could have done more. I'm talking about people I have actually paid money, gotten bondsmen to get them out. They just left me there. But I got out. It wasn't prison, thank God. But it was jail, but that's nothing compared to what this man went through. So I'm not saying that I know exactly what he went through and I've been through the same. I'm saying I know how it feels to be abandoned, betrayed, thrown in the trash can. Then a lot of times, when people get out of jail or get out of prison and stuff, they don't have nothing. And if they don't have no support, the people that they done gave to and don't support them, they got to start from scratch. When people get out of jail and prison, it depends on how long they stay in jail. If they stay in jail too long, they lose everything. A lot of times they lose their relationships. People not gonna wait for you to get out of jail or get out of prison. They gonna move on with their lives, and they're expected to. That's humans. They not nobody's gonna wait for anyone. If they do, you bless. If they even halfway try to stick by you and try to hold you down, you bless. Because a lot of times, people do forget. The people that you help forget about you. So just summarizing that. And like I said, I really understood his energy and everything. We really connected. We really connected and everything on that level of actually being able to relate to each other somewhat. And it kind of reminded me of it's really tough because people will tell you like, oh, forget about it, God gonna handle it. You go on with your it's easier said than done. Let that something like that happen to you, and you're not gonna think that that you want God to handle it and all that vengeance is the Lord's, and you're gonna want to you're gonna want to do something about it. That's most spirit forms in the human body are gonna want to do something about it and everything. And it kind of it a lot of us it kind of reminds me of that story in Genesis 37 through 50, talking about Joseph and the coat of many colors. How excuse me, I need my water. How his brothers sold him into slavery, threw him in a hole, threw him away, pretty much threw him in the trash can, sold him into slavery, and he had to end up helping them when the drought came or whatever, to Egypt or the land they Canaan or wherever they was living at during that time. A lot of times in my generation and the generations after mine, we didn't have fathers in the home. If we did, they were going through a lot of stress and stuff like that. They really couldn't be the father that maybe we needed because of the society and oppressive economics and the oppression of the indigenous. I say indigenous black man and the feminist movement, how it affected our people, and the crack cocaine epidemic. And we had a lot of mothers, so they were working. A lot of us was latchkey kids. We was with our grandmothers. You call them big mama, nana. They was watching out for us. But even in that, I say the gifts. A lot of us had gifts and stuff where we could manifest, and we could manifest where we wasn't getting into trouble or get out of things, or manifest money or out of poverty, and just good things in our lives. And a lot of times, some of the people you might have been growing up with or hanging around with, they might have been jealous, might have been jealous of you. Not for you having a parent that favor you or whatever, but when you favor a child, it does put them in danger. I'm just putting that out there. A lot of times, that's what happened to Joseph. The father didn't realize, but by him favoring that child over the other children, it put that child in danger that was being favored. And a lot of times, we as parents, even if we don't understand that, we have to have balance in between our children, because it puts that child in danger. If you actually, it not only puts them in danger with other children and other people, it puts them in danger with the spiritual world. You too, because you don't supposed to show favoritism. Like, it's nothing wrong with maybe having you might got a child you can relate to better, but you don't just favor another child over another. Just that ain't how you're supposed to be doing it. But like I said, a lot of times it might not have been that. It might have been the gifts and people seeing that you might can manifest things or this and that, and you helping them out, and they thinking that that's your sister, your brother, your bestie or whatever. And the whole time you helping them, but they got jealousy and enviness in their heart, waiting for you to fall, waiting for you to slip. And some of the ones, some of us or the other ones that did fall and slip, like in his situation, soon as he fell, they were waiting to take his place, to take the throne. He pretty much held a lot of the stuff down. He was like running the operation. From my understanding, some of them songs that Jay-Z sang and said that he did some of the bidding, it was Dehaven that was the man, the professor, the Frank Lucas and all of that. So, some of the what is it, Arrested? One of those, some of them songs with Memphis Bleak and all that. I gotta do some digging or whatever, but I know Arrested Development and all that, and even that song that was a soundtrack to American Gangster, and he said that Dehaven snitched. Some paperwork just recently surfaced to solidify that was not facts. That wasn't true. That wasn't correct. He didn't snitch on anybody or anything, and that's been proven through via paperwork, because the truth always comes to the light. Yeah, it always comes to the light. So yeah, just to summarize and compare the story of Joseph, not so much as about the father, but about how you can have gifts and stuff. And then once he fell into prison, like even Joseph, nobody was there. I think Joseph might have did from between 12 to 20 years in prison for some he didn't even do. He was accused in the Pharaoh's house of trying to sleep with his wife, and he was not trying to sleep with the Pharaoh's wife. He was actually trying to be loyal. The only time they remember him is when they needed somebody to interpret dreams, like 20 years later or 12 years after he had been in prison. They was like, oh, I remember Joseph. And that's a long time to sit in there. That's a long time. And a lot of times we think, oh, well, this person is a bad person. That's why this happened to them. And, oh, they deserve this. They must have done something bad in their life for them to get into this or this to happen. Now, and sometimes that is the case. If you break the law and everything and you get caught, you're going to have to do time or pay the, what they say, you got to do the crime, you got to do the time. But some people don't get into prison and stuff. They get probation, or they might think they getting away at the time. It don't work out like that all the time with people. I've seen people do stuff and they had like third strikes and they didn't go to prison. They didn't, man. A lot of times because they had support and people fighting for them. It's been situations where I kept a close family member from doing prison time, where they could have done like 10 years, and I fought for them so they would not get that prison time. Because they had done me dirty, and I ain't saying that they were good people, and I ain't saying that they didn't deserve to go. But I know in my heart I did all I could to try to keep them from, because I didn't see where that would help anything for them sitting in there for 10 years. So that's what God loved. He loved a pure heart. And that person, I'm not saying they deserve that kind of mercy, but I showed that to them. So even if they didn't show it back to me, I'm going to get my reward. I got it already. I'm getting my blessings, my bliss, the universe. You know what I'm saying? The person may not give it back to you, but it's coming back. Whatever you put out into the universe is going to come back to you. But let's get back into this. And so he was like really bitter. He stayed in there Dehaven stayed in prison as well as like Joseph did for a very long time. Very long time. Now, in the Bible, it acts like, Joseph wasn't bitter or it was all good. And he was, goodness well, that indigenous man was angry and bitter when his brother sold him into slavery and he sat in prison all that time and he ain't did shit. Come on. Ain't nobody gonna just be sitting up looking at the jail cell when they know that they people done turned their back on them and they locked up that long and they done been lied on by the Pharaoh's wife and they sitting in there. Ain't nobody gonna be sitting up in no jail talking no prison. Oh, I love thee. Oh God, I'm in heaven. Come on. We know it's gonna be some dark nights, some suffering and crying and just not like, why me? Why does this have to happen? Why me? Why am I going through this? These other people done worse things than I done. They actually are guilty. At least I was out here trying to help people, trying to help my brethren. I'm trying to help my father. I'm talking about the guy Dehaven. I'm talking about Joseph when I say help my brother. And then in his case, I'm trying to help put people on and so they'll have what they need. And then I'm alone. I have nobody. I'm just sitting in here and, the people that really supposed to support me, done turn their back. Imagine getting out with that mindset. Anybody gonna be pissed off, ready to get revenge. That's the stages of abandonment, betrayal, or feeling like you've been thrown in the trash can. But see, what people don't know, when they throw you in the trash can, they take trash and build earth houses with it. Look it up, research it. Trash can make some beautiful things. You'd be surprised at what you can do with trash. Like they say, one person's trash is another person's treasure. Remember that. But when he got out, he was so bitter, and it went on for a long time. I'm talking about my boy Dehaven, and he was. I've actually seen him and supported him. I'm like, man, I know how you feel. He was like, this dude and did turn this. He even could have lost his life because by him telling people that man snitched. Them people up there in North don't play. They done got kind of soft down here in the South. But some of the people up north still got, they stick by the code, by the street code, by the rule. When you running your mouth and stuff like that, they'll make some moves. You know what I'm saying? They'll still make some moves on you. But I'm just saying that to say I can imagine how he felt, because I know the similar situations that I've been through like that with my close loved ones and stuff, and friends, and even spouse, that's close. You ready, oh hell no, they not gonna play me like that. Like, I put this person on, I done held them down, and helped them start businesses, done pretty much put them together and build them, and they're gonna throw me in the trash can and throw dirt on my name. A lot of times that person that you help will be the main one. The only time they mention your name is when they're throwing dirt on your name, throwing salt on you and stuff like that. And they won't act like they did anything to you, and they'll act like you did them wrong. And a lot of times they won't even ask you they might not never ask you to forgive them. But once you get through all that bitterness and that heartbrokenness and them dark nights and doing that shadow work and going through all them emotions of, just when you hit rock bottom, you get sick and tired. Because he's seeing this man, he's sitting there suffering and heartbroken. He rises to the top. I'm the blueprint, and I'm a jigger what, jigger who? And this man sitting there like, man, what the fuck? I felt his pain. Like, I know. I mean, my situation, I didn't even let them all even get. I really thought about this, and I was like, this person, when I went through my situation years ago, I was like, I know they not throwing salt on me. I know they're not thinking that they're gonna stand on my neck to get. Let me go ahead and shut this little system down, and I did. And whether it was right or wrong, I did it. I can't go back and take it back. I did it. I admit it. You know what I'm saying. I did. I ain't gonna say two wrongs don't make a right. It don't. But I want to spiritually ascended as I am now. So I just was on some damn. Dingy shit. I was, and I thank God I'm not at that place now, because all that bitterness and that anger and that hatefulness and that hurting, it does not do nothing but make you sick. It does not do nothing but hurt the person that's, because the other people, they don't give a damn. They don't. People don't. You be thinking. See, I'm a person that think like. Sometimes I still think like this. I be thinking people got a heart and they actually care. They don't give a fuck until they can't. They ain't got a choice to. When they get in the corner, when Father Time start reminding them of what they done did, and them skeletons start, that's when they sit there and recollect and say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I was wrong." But they don't. They gonna ride that daggone. They gonna ride the wheels off that damn shit. Your ass sitting somewhere. You might. It's been a lot of people that's done committed suicide, done got hooked on drugs and all kind of shit, being a victim from these motherfuckers. They done got it in on you, and they sitting up there. They don't give. You thinking like, oh, they gonna come in. They gonna wake up one day and say, "Oh, they ain't. They don't get." I'm telling you. I'm a very, very loving person. I can be your friend. I can be your best friend. I can love you like no other. I'll hold you down, all that. Like, I'll be there for you. But at the same time, I can also, when I feel like I need to protect myself, I can be your worst nightmare. I'm just keeping it real. But it's people that's not like that. They don't have no kind of love in their heart for no. All they care about is whatever that demon that they listen to is telling them to do. They have no remorse. I'm telling you, the only time they come to, a lot of times, the only time they face themselves and come to the light is when they have to. And a lot of times the universe and the energies and stuff will put them in situations. They put themselves in that situation because when they throw that shit out there, they didn't think it was going to come back. But it's always coming back. It's going to come back. Don't know. It don't, good or bad. And that go for me. I just experienced it. I don't be trying to do too much because I don't want to come here no more and go through this. I don't. I want to learn this time. And I might can't be perfect, but I want to be balanced. I want to fix my shit. I want to confront myself, fix me, and go within. I don't want a lot of X's on my damn record. I'm talking about spiritually. I can't. My soul is tired. I'm tired of this shit. My soul is tired. Like, I'm so tired. I'm tired. I'm tired of this. How can I say this? I'm just tired of being at this 3D bullshit. Like, it's just, this illusion is a fucking waste. Like, you gotta learn because you don't want this shit is create my heaven on earth. I mean, I like my brother. Shout out to Brother Panic. Shout out to Brother Phil Valentine. All them guys like that, Brother Bobby Hemmett and all them. Rest in peace, Delbert Blair. But I'm just not feeling like dealing with the same energy. No, I want to be at another. I want to ascend where I'm at a level where I ain't got to be going through this. Like, even though I make the best of this, I just feel like this is a way. It's like they what. I mean, money really don't. It was created. It really is. It's energy. It's good. I mean, the love of money is evil, but when you done lived like and experienced life, and you done been here for billions of years and stuff like that. This dimension here, it's more to it than this. But I'm trying to prepare myself because I want to learn so that I can actually be in the other dimensions and actually accomplish higher. Just keep on rising and rising and just rising and reaching till I reach those levels that I never reached before. Maybe I have, and maybe I came back by choice. I don't know, but I ain't gonna get off the subject and all that. Anyway, so that abandonment, throwing the people in the trash can, and betrayal, that's some hurtful stuff. Very, very painful. You go through those energies of feeling in denial first, and then I guess it's heartbroken, and then I guess it's anger and bitterness, and then I think the last stage is vengeance. You want to get somebody back, but when you hit rock bottom and you get sick and tired, you're gonna say you either gonna fall deeper and deeper into whatever energy you in, or you're gonna rise. I hope that you will rise. I hope that we would do the ladder or whatever. We'll rise up and heal and realize that things happen sometimes not because we're bad or good, but because we chose this journey and it's used to help others. A lot of times we go through stuff because we can't handle it, because we chose this journey. We chose these roads. We traveling one way or the other. We chose it, and we got to pass these tests and learn balance and learn to take these things and digest everything and use them, not to just help ourselves, but to help others. We ain't got to save nobody, but we can lead by examples. It's like they say, it's not what happens to you, it's your perception and how you react to it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times we got to go within and figure out who we are and know ourselves and have to use discernment. We got to know we got to be step spiritual, not in the natural, but we got to be spiritual steps ahead of the game. We got to be able to divinate and see what's going to happen, and have discernment to know, people energies and stuff like that, like how we should move. We playing chess out here in the spiritual world, not checkers. We got to know how to move, and a lot of these things we can't prevent from happening, but some things gonna happen. Everything ain't gonna be perfect and good and all that. We just gotta know who we are within, seek our higher self, and balance ourselves out with the masculine and feminine energy, so we'll know how to navigate through this journey. That's what it's about. Learning how to navigate through this journey and being about the collective. If you're a selfish person and you all about me, and you doing everything you gotta do to get to the top, throwing people in the trash can, don't be surprised when somebody throw you in the trash can, or somebody that your heartstring. Imagine you going around here throwing folks in the trash can and you think nothing can't happen to you because I'm protected. Oh, can't nobody. I just went to the damn. I just did my work or whatever as far as spiritual work, and I'm protected. Can't nothing. It don't matter. It don't matter what kind of stuff you doing. If you doing stuff to harm people and you violating spiritual laws, honey, it's gonna come back. What you put out comes back. I don't care how powerful you are, who you think you is. You gotta pay the piper. You gotta pay the piper. I'm just saying, you gotta be careful how you treat people, because you ain't never too high. Like they say, don't never look up, because you might gotta look down. You got them same people you meet going up is the same people you meet coming down. I'm so thankful for my dear grandmother. I'm so thankful for the lessons that she taught me about how to treat people. I'm not saying I'm perfect and I ain't never mistreated nobody and I ain't never done no wrong, but I'm saying I'm learning as I go. I'm trying to get better with time, like fine wine. And I'm just so happy to see that my brother has come to a place of healing. I see in his eyes and I see in his spirit that he is actually, he's actually balanced out. He's actually able to present. It's all about, like he said, it's all about how you present the I'm about to stop another way. It's all in how you present something. It's all about how people receive your energy and whatnot. A lot of times I have actually presented things in an energy of anger and whatnot, and it's not received well. But I'm just so thankful that we are all as collective ascending and rising and learning how to balance out and how to just intake compassion and unconditional, even as redemption for brother Jay-Z. There's redemption for what he call himself, Jehovah. It's redemption for him. It's not all lost. I mean, if they could actually come together, because I think he just recently did something with Kanye. It's always a way to. It's always a. I just told somebody on this. It's a chance for you. I mean, you can have all the money in the world and lose your soul. They can get together and they can squat. I'm not saying he can make up for the abandonment and the throwing in the trash can and the betrayal, but he can do what he can do. He can you might can't make it perfect. It's nothing you can really say like, yo, I threw you in the trash can, I betrayed you after you held me down, I told people you snitched on me, I fucking talked about you in a song, man, in American Gangster. I'm sorry. I mean, that's not gonna cut it, but I mean, you know what I'm saying. It time. It takes time. It takes some time, but it can be fixed. I'm not saying they'll be like, yo, that's my Brody and all this and that, but it can be some type of balance there where they're not, and it's not, where the truth comes out. You gotta come be honest with yourself and other people. You can't always just avoid shit. You gotta face it. You gotta face yourself. You gotta face it. You gotta face some skeletons too. It don't feel good. It really don't. It ain't fun. It's never fun to have to face yourself and to face the darkness and what you fear. Whatever you fear, that's what you gotta face. Your fears. You gotta face your fears. Yep. You gotta face. I've been facing my fears, Lord, a lot since this pandemic hit. Yeah, and I actually have overcame a lot of them. My thing was actually being vulnerable. I'm thankful to have overcame that. I was afraid to be vulnerable because I felt like I would get rejected, or the people wouldn't feel me like I feel them or whatever. I had to learn that it doesn't matter what somebody does. I have to express myself and keep it real with myself and others. It's them how they take it. I got it out there. I done done my part. I done passed my test. It's now it's on you. I did my part. So, I'm just thankful to have been able to grow and see and learn that some of the things that I wanted, it wasn't for me. The Most High, the ancestors, they did not want those things. The angels, they didn't want those things for me. I'm grateful that I'm highly protected and that I'm walking in alignment with the divine, with the great mother, the father, the son, the ancestors, the spirit guides, the orishas, the archangels, the 16 prophets. I share. Also, oh, did I miss anything? Because I'm learning, like, I gotta keep my little notes like I always have done, so I don't be all off subject. And some of my family members, they was like I be all over the place, but hey, you know, free spirit. You know what I'm saying? Hey, um, let's see. Did I miss anything? Discernment, the journey, digest, and everything. Oh, so yeah, I talked about all of that. I don't think I missed anything about that. But I'll shout out to him, Marcy May, debited 820 2021. Marcy May documentary about growing up, him, his story with Jay-Z. He wrote a book. But I now it's time for the documentary. I'm proud of him because, you know, I'm really seeing the progress. I'm really seeing the healing and everything, and how once you change your mindset and perception about things, it's actually accepted a little better, and the universe has a way of making things balance, balancing out the scales and everything. Maya, shout out to Maya. That's where the word math comes from. Maya. Yep, the 42 attributes. But I want to talk about me, and I launched which I've been doing this for basically all my life. I've been my daughter's brother say I'm a Harriet Tubman, and I'm a whole nonprofit. But I actually launched my organization, Maya's Temple of Love and Unconditional. Maya's Temple of Healing and Unconditional Love. And actually, it's all the things I've been doing. But I've decided that I can't do it on my own. I need a team. I need people that have the same mindset as me. I'm gonna leave my email Gmail down in the comment section. KAIC9640 at gmail.com. What it's about is, it's not just for women, it's not just for men, it's for everybody, the collective. I'm trying to team up with a group of people. I need a staff. Excuse me. I need a staff, and I need a committee of people that's like-minded, that's about the collective, that's about people being self-sustainable, where we're not depending on any government systems. We're sustaining ourselves as far as uh, living, not just living, but living abundantly, having clean, clean, safe homes, and a great environment for us and for the children, where we have, clean air, and the appliances are actually working tip top. A lot of times we have homes to live in, a lot of people, but they're not really suitable for people like humanity or whatever. A lot of times in certain areas, we want to not to just provide things, but make sure that it's sustainable, it's humane, and things are up to par as far as the just. I'm even learning different trades and stuff like that, so that I'm not a talker. I'm a doer. I'm a talker definitely, but I'm also a doer. I'm not just trying to talk. It's certain things I'm putting into place. I'm learning trades and skills, and just trying to practice what I preach, and I'm willing to work with people because I don't know everything. They can show me. If they have ideas, we can put people, two heads or several heads that's balanced out and working on the same energy frequencies is better than one person. I can't do it all by myself, but if people want to join and they want to teach me something, I teach them some things I know, because I don't mind doing different things as far as getting my hands dirty. I don't mind building. I don't mind fixing shit. I don't mind cooking. I don't mind creating. I'm an innovator, a creator, entrepreneur, a philanthropist, whatever we can do, technology wise, holistic wise. We need to be prepared for if they shut down the lights or whatever. They try to make these kids take these vax. We need to be coming together in case we have to homeschool these children, in case we have to provide medical care for our people or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times when they get a cold, if we not united and organized, we got organization is the main thing. We'll get pneumonia. That's why we be so downtrodden when things happen, because we're not considered a minority. The minorities is all these other people and women and all this and that, and there's no help for us. We got to help ourselves. We have to save ourselves. We are the Christ, and I'm not just here to tell you what you're doing wrong and to make you feel bad and to make myself seem like, oh, I'm the Christ and all this and that, and you got to worship me. I'm telling you that we as a collective can pull together, and we can save ourselves and our people, and we can put two and two together. What little bit, you ain't got to be rich. What we have, even a lot of times, if you don't have money, your ideas, your inventions, your innovations, it's something you can contribute. And the main thing is the right spirit, the balance. You ain't got to be perfect. You ain't got to be goody, but just be balanced and have a try. If you don't have it, try to have a pure heart. Try to love, have compassion and unconditional love for others, not just the people that's right there, but that's want us as a main thing, wanting us as a collective to rise and ascend and to heal and to live abundantly and to create our heaven and our Eden right here. I need people that has that mindset. Like I said, I'm trying to do some different things. I've been doing it, but I can't do it on my own. No. So, if you got, even if you don't live in the area or whatever, hit me up. I'll travel. We can get together. We can put something together. We need farms and lands, and we need hospitals and schools. Even if it's starting in the damn kitchen, we got to be prepared for that. I mean, you don't gotta build no building. You can start a school anywhere. You can start your little medical stuff anywhere. We got skills. We nurses and doctors and fucking builders and artists and architect. All that we learning how to build and homes that's in tune with nature, and earth homes and things such as that or whatever. That's what I'm about. Where we're sustaining ourselves as far as food and water and shelter, not just any kind of shelter. No, don't just throw my people in anything. Yeah, just sustainable living. Where it's no mold, no mildew, no nothing that will harm the children, nothing that will harm you. But we got to pull together to do this. Nobody's gonna save us. We are the Christ. The Christ has risen. We have to save ourselves, and it's not their responsibility. Yeah, they might have contributed to some shit, but now we got to start waiting. Ain't no leader coming along and say you gotta lead yourself. It ain't gonna happen. They gone. And the ones that we do got, they gave us the knowledge already. Like they done gave us the tools. Yeah, they done gave us the tools. We gotta go within. It's in us. That's where the kingdom is. That's where heaven is. It's in it, and you can manifest it in this dimension. You can, but you can't speak things, and you can't think those negative thoughts, because that's creating this bullshit we going through now. By thinking and speaking that bullshit, it's creating what we see now is this retarded, flunked out shit. You know what I'm saying? But I gotta get out of here. It's late. I got other projects to do. I'm a busy lady, but I'm gonna link my email down at the bottom, and I wrote the article. It's called it's about, and I'm still writing my book. I'm taking my time because I had to change that book up some because I started out writing one thing and the spirit said, I'm gonna take that away. So I lost all 7,000 words. So I'm halfway done with it, but I'm actually not in a rush to be in competition with anyone or trying to get it out by a certain time so I can prove something. This is more within spiritual. It's very spiritual, very spiritual. You know, the other one was more so of angry and hurt and broken. I was going through my dark night of feeling betrayed and abandoned and all that. Back in 2014. But it still is a healing. But that book was a healing tool for me, and I've had many others. Thank y'all. Thank you for my fans that told me that book helped them go through situations similar. Because some people are scared and afraid to talk about stuff that they've been through and to tell the truth. Me, I'm an open book. That's why I know I got a lot of Gemini in my life. I'm an open book. I don't be telling nobody business, but I'm to the point you can't use nothing against me because I ain't ashamed of nothing. I ain't ashamed of none of the childhood traumas, the demons, the adult, the closet, none of that. Hell no. I ain't ashamed. Somebody be like, oh, you did? Yeah, what? I ain't going to jail for it. Yeah, I did it. What the fuck? What you gonna do to me? Sue me? Eat? What? Bite me? you know? You know what I'm saying? I'm a balanced person. I'm a decent person. I'm a good-hearted person, but you can't have me shame about nothing. Because everything that done already been done under the same shame about nothing. I don't give a damn. I love you unconditionally or whatever, but if you think you can judge me, think again. I don't give a shit what you think about me. You can't make me shame about that. No, pretty much. You better believe it. Shout out to the soul group. When I said you better believe it, I had to think about the soul group. But I'm about to get off of here and everything. Oh, and my other guy, Seven Bomar. Yeah, he's up here. He got a lot of good information. Lot of great. It's a lot. It's a few people. It ain't all bad demons on the YouTube. It's some of it though. They'll have you all flunked down in your feelings about hating this person and mad about this, and you angry with the wrong people. You angry with the wrong stuff. You better go inside. You better go. It's a spiritual warfare. Shit. It's spiritual. Tearing down strongholds. That's right. But y'all have a wonderful and sweet dreams. A wonderful Thursday morning. It's already 1:32. I'll get here about an hour. But y'all be blessed. And like I said, I'm gonna leave my Gmail down there. So if anybody want to join and get with me and we build and try to make ourselves even more self-sustainable and ascend and pull together and make our heaven on earth and not be thinking all this bull and creating beautiful things and in tune with nature, and we getting that money and doing all kind of things, building real estate skills and trades and going back to what we used to know and then adding some new things to it, some new tech, putting that technology with it and all that. Hey, hit me up. It's Moon Goddess 77. I'm checking out. Sweet dreams.